Hey everybody, it's me, Rachel, taking you on my walk with me. How's it going? How are you? So I'm back here doing another video on a walk with you, this time by the Hood Canal. And this has just been medicine for my soul, my body, my mind, to live out here in a different place, in a different space. I guess I should say at a different pace, too. As someone who has been managing chronic pain for quite some time now, quite many years. I'll be 46 this week. And it would have been 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, that I had my millionth wake-up call body breakdown crisis, I call it, I guess, experience. Wake-up call, good term for it. Right near the 101, and that goes all the way through the Olympic Peninsula, and it is almost summer. I know it's cool too today, although this week it was hot. It got up to almost 90, I think, the other day, and then kind of tapered off slowly. And today it's been that classic cloudy-ish, drizzly, beautiful Washington day that I've grown to love. You gotta love it, it's because it's what's happening. So I just wanted to share this moment with you and let you know that nature is here to heal our souls, our minds, and our bodies always. There's so much richness here to be connected with, to receive, to cultivate. And I find when I slow down, it's easier to tune in with that vibration, because that's the pace of nature too, isn't it? That's slower, of course. I mean, then you have your storms that come along, don't they? That's not very slow. So, yeah, I guess it's about ebb and flow. I think that's what this video is about. Ebb and flow, the Tao, following the pace of life. And sometimes it goes woo, and other times it's whew. And sometimes we just have to really come into the eye of the storm too, don't we? And kind of ride those waves within ourselves. Different levels to it, right? Ebb and flow inside, ebb and flow in the world, all the different ebbs and flows coming together, affecting each other, right? We're all flowing through, ebbing through, bumping up against each other, right? There's a lot of movement going on. So, yeah. Basically, what I'm seeing and hearing and getting out of this moment now in life, the wisdom that seems to be coming through based on what's happening in the world, what we're feeling, what relationships have been doing, and the dynamics at play, is that for those of us who are, not wanting to get so pulled into the drama of it all and attached overly to the outrage energy. Not that there aren't things that aren't outrageous. I agree with that. I have plenty of outrage and rage in myself as a woman too. Woman's rage. That's another topic for another day to explore. But this is an aspect of understanding the times and seeing that the messages that come through me especially are for those of us who have this sort of central desire to be a force for peace, love, unity, and respect. And that's like a soul calling. Peace and love, unity and respect. They're not just words to us, they're the medicine the world needs. That's the gift that humanity has, but still hasn't learned how to use it yet. At least not on the whole. So, ebb and flow is the message for us right now, to trust our ebb and our flow, to trust that our pace, that your pace is your pace, and that that's okay. It's a feeling inside yourself that's just like a settled, this is the way it's supposed to be for me. And to the extent of your circumstances, there's going to be some compromise having to be done with certain things, and of course, always, but where you have control over the situation and the ability to take a step slower, or to look around a little bit and wonder and say, okay, how am I showing up for myself in this? How am I taking care of myself right now? Maybe I have a list a mile long, but I can shorten it up to a quarter mile and just the rest can wait. Maybe there's more time here than I think I have. Maybe it's not as constricted as I thought it was. Because that's coming up a lot lately in sessions, is this feeling of being constricted and pressured, and there's so much coming at you. But what if it really wasn't? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't pay attention to what's going on, that we shouldn't be conscientious observers and heartfelt participants. But what I'm saying is that maybe it's not as bad as it seems, or maybe it doesn't have to hit us as hard as it does. And it shows up in our words, like words like freedom and truth and right and wrong, and the oomph we're putting into them, and the feeling of the need to own it. It's mine. What if it's not something to have? What if it's something to give? Like, you have it. You don't have to go get it, is the point I'm trying to make. And how that relates with ebb and flow is that when we're really stressed out, we're pushing hard. And when we're pushing hard, we feel like we're running out of energy and we need to get it from somewhere. And we start to also feel constricted and like we're out of time and we're rushed and we don't have the freedom we thought we did, and we want to blame somebody and we want to get really angry, and we start to lash out because we're in fight, flight, or freeze. So, ebb and flow. When you start to notice your energy starting to be a little bit depleted, a really good thing to do is to take a breath and lean back from the situation at hand and notice what's going on with your breath, with your physical feeling, with your thoughts, with your emotions, and just pause and ask your body, what can I do for you right now? What do you need from me in this moment? Now, part of your body might say to just sleep for 12 hours. Okay, well, maybe I can't afford to do that right now. Wow, the light is changing. It's really pretty. It's kind of a cool shot, huh? Yeah. So there's a clear path. What if there were a clear path? Maybe it's not so constricted after all. So our words are something to look at. Like if we find ourselves saying absolutes, like it's this way or it's this way, you know, when we start to get into that fear place, how is that affecting the way we speak about ourselves and our lives? So important. Because that's a belief connection that we're making. And if we can change the words, we can change the belief. If we're doing it with that intent to say, I see what this is and I'm willing to change it. And by doing so, it's going to free up my energy. I'm going to actually feel the freedom that I think I don't have in this moment. I'm going to give it to myself. Rather than try to get it from somewhere else, I'm going to give it to myself because it's here. I'm just missing it in the moment because I'm frantic or I'm stressed or I'm upset. So those things that you think you're lacking, you're going to give those to yourself somehow. So think of it right now. What are the things you think you're lacking? And I want you to find a way to give it to yourself. You're going to be like, well, money, Rachel. Come on, jobs. And how am I supposed to do that? You're going to find a way. You are going to find a way. You will. Because what is money anyways? Value, right? How does it make you feel? Well, like you can do things and get things and feel safe. So if it's money, try the word safety instead. Security. A feeling of being okay. A feeling that no matter what, things will work out. I know, it sounds too easy and law of attraction trite and, you know, fake it till you make it, right? I'm not saying it's the only thing to do and then everything will just be magically delicious. Like, it's part of a prescription. Your words are so powerful. So if you're trying to change the big picture, it's going to take parts and pieces of this recipe to come together. And words is one of those very important parts of the recipe. I'm realizing I'm like talking a really long time here, so this video is getting long, but ebb and flow. Let's tune in with that. The breath is the ebb and the flow. It comes in, it goes out. Money comes in, money goes out. The way that abundance works is there's a flow like creativity. There's a springtime, a summertime. Listen to these birds. These birds are awesome. It's the flow. Dormancy, full growth, roots going down. You know, we have all these parts to the abundance process. Didn't know I was going to be talking about abundance, but that's ebb and flow. It's no, there's never a not an ebb and not a flow. That would be like total lack. There's no such thing as that. It's just the transfer of energy and the flow of energy. And I know, again, I sound like a meme on Instagram. It is all energy. So you're going to start to tap into this if you haven't already. The connection between your emotions and your abundance. And you're going to say, well, of course, because if I have more money, I feel really good, right? Duh. But it's also the other way around, too. Because money is not the only way abundance shows up. Powerful way, needed way, necessary. We need it. But if you start bringing in abundance in other areas, it's going to trigger the money too. Because you're widening the flow. You're opening up the channel so you can receive more. And so plant a garden. Grow some flowers. You know? When you grow in one area, the other areas want to grow too. It's all connected. Ebb and flow. Relaxing your mind and body regularly will help you get into that energy. They call it a mindset, but I don't, it's just it's a little off to me, mindset. Sounds kind of robotic or something. To me, it's so much bigger than that. So much bigger than that. Mindset itself is even just like a navigational thing. But I'm talking about an experience. An undoubted knowingness of being connected to the infinite everything that is ever giving and ever loving and ever beautiful and ever flowing. So, getting deep on this one. I love you all. Peace and blessings. Let's keep the flow going, okay?